welcome everybody as you join in. We will get rolling here in just a moment, just letting some people get in, and then we will get going. Alright, welcome everybody. We are here at Trial Mountain Monkey Mafia Esports, round number 1 for the Gr4 cars here on the Wednesday. 2 lobbies. Lobby A had 12 drivers, Lobby B here with 11, so great turnout again this week to start this season off. We will get rolling here. First, let's do a quick through the field. You got Gord starting on the pole with Chip Reese joining him on row number 1. Behind that, you got TT, or Tom, joined by Chris there in row number 2. Row number 3 is going to see Monkey and Asmo. Row number 4 sees Southern Queen and Masked Plumber. Row number 5, Jacob and Johnson. And rounding out the field, he did not get a qualifying time in, was not able to join, so he'll join the back of this here Lobby B. That'd be Red X, a new driver with us today. So let's get started. Oops, not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Alright, green lights are on. Here we go. Oh, and you can see the pink car there of Queen diving out to the outside of Monkey. Monkey was not a very good start there. And Asmo as well is going to get a good start. He's going to jump up to the 5th spot, maybe even 4th. Gordon Chip through the first few corners here. Tricky 1, 2, and 3. And they head down into the tunnel. Chip is going to be your leader coming out through 4, but here you go. Gord's going to take a look at it. Side by side, hard driving. Chip's going to hold on to that spot for now. He will tuck in there. Right along with Tom, see what he's able to do with these guys. See the rest of the field back here, dicing it up. What happened there? I forgot about that. Oh, got caught up on Jacob there, and then it shoots him off. That was a tough break there for both drivers. Caught Queen in that too, I didn't see that one, so. Tough luck there for both drivers. They'll continue on and do what they need to. Oops, wrong button. Let's do this. So back at the front, we see Gord and Chip still battling it out for the lead. They got Asmo and Tom right behind them, TT. And there you go. Look at those 4 drivers. Looks like Monkey trying to close in on the back of these guys as well. In the 5th spot. So a couple of bright green cars, a bright pink car. I like the brightness. What you'll see is the brightness looks great coming through the tunnel. That's what I like about it. Morning, Asmo. So you see it, Gord leading your way. Looks like he will be your leader at lap 1. Nice long lap here, just under 2 minutes. Around the 2-minute mark, so you're looking at roughly 25 laps here in a 50-minute race, not counting pit stops. So Gord crosses the line. He's going to be your leader lap 1. Chip into the pits already. Asmo in 2nd. TT followed by Jacob and Monkey. Monkey right on the tail here. And that big old boat of an Aston. Oops. Get back up here. Actually, let's do this. Let's jump on board with Monkey as Tom and Jacob battling it out. Looks like Monkey's going to try to go to the outside. Not going to be able to get the run he needed there. He'll tuck back in. And here we go. He's going to come out. Oop, a little bit of scrape of the wall. Got a gap behind him. He's just looking to close in here and get himself into a better position here in the top 5. Asmo and Gord still up front here. Doesn't look like they got anything going on just yet. And that is what I love about the brightness. As you go through that tunnel, it flickers. And there we come down to the line, or down to the corner. Nobody able to get anything done just yet here between this battle. It looks like Queen and Johnson were side by... Nope, Johnson's up there. Chris. Over the gap. Oh, and just as I switched over to Plumber, looks like he got a little bit loose coming out of that corner. Chip already pit, so we will jump back on here with Monkey. This is the closest battle on track here on lap number 2. Monkey trying to chase down Jacob. Asmo closing in on the leader. We may jump up there here in just a moment. And here we go down to the front stretch to end lap number 2. Gord will lead lap number 2, but he's got Asmo closing in on him. Let's see what the lap time is. A 2 minute 7:89, 2:08. So Gord did open it up by about a 10th. Let's see what these guys look like. And these guys a little bit more off pace than the rest. But we see we got softs, mediums, and mediums back here, so... Oh, Monkey's gonna go for a ride. That's gonna be a crappy spot there. He's gonna get himself back going the right way. Gonna lose quite a few spots, looks like 2... Yep, that'll be 2 spots lost there. So he'll try to join back in as the front group here growing a little bit of a gap. Your top 4 are really spread out now, have pulled away from the field. Ooh, Gord catches a little bit. That's going to give Asmo a shot at catching him here. Let's jump on board. He's closing in, definitely. He's going to have a good run here coming down the stretch. We'll see if he's able to do anything. Not quite enough to make the run just yet. He's going to be patient. Smart racing by Asmo here, being patient, waiting for the opportunity. He's going to close back in. He is right on the tail of him, though. Let's jump off and watch a little bit out of the car. He's almost 3.5 tenths up on the fast lap. Right now, Gord has it with a 2 minute .789. Let's see if any of these drivers drop into that 159 mark. The Lambo on the straights, yeah, the Lambo is my other car, and I almost picked it here, but I felt like the Aston got through the corners a little bit better and still had some power, so I decided to go Aston. But the Lambo is a tough one in the straights, man. It really can pull. And here we go. Looks like Asmo may have a shot at Gord here. Will he make a move just yet? We're only on lap number 3, 6 minutes into this race, so no reason to make a big dive yet, as Asmo sets our fast lap with a 2 minute .514. We look back, and these guys have gapped 3rd and 4th. That's TT and Jacob back there. They are close as well. Let's jump back over to there. Let's see, Johnson holding on to that 5th spot. Got a gap over Queen. Monkey right on the back of Queen. Oh, what a run he's got here. He's got to back off quick. Take a look. Is he going to have enough to get this move done? He cuts it to the inside. Looks like he got a little bit loose there. Let's get an on-track view of this. 2 bright cars here. There you go. Looks like Monkey will get that move done. He'll try to open it up and chase Johnson down now. Will Queen try to make take a shot back at it? Doesn't look like it. I think the Aston's got a little too much straight line power for the Toyota. You can see it there. But don't look now. Chris is closing in on the back of these drivers. We're on lap number 4. I would imagine we'll start seeing pit stops here in the next 2 to 3 laps. As I said, Chip already decided to take his pit stop. My guess is he started on mediums, just wanted those things off. and is going to make a soft run to the end, or soft runs to the rest of the way. We'll have to see how that one plays out for him. We jump back up here with Asmo and Gord for the lead. Asmo just kind of staying packed right now, just following along with Gord. Not looking to do anything oh man, I can't talk, I'm out. And across the line, Gord will be your leader. Let's see the difference in times here. A 4.19 to a 6.64, so I actually lost a little bit of time there. A 1.479, a 1.255. Johnson comes across with a 3.967, a 2.4 there for Monkey, so closing in a little bit on these drivers. Chris, Plummer, Red X, and then, like I say, Chip already pits, so he's just trying to put in some times, trying to do a little undercut essentially here. We'll see if he's able to pull anything off on that one. Johnson, you were quick last night, dude. You were doing great. Oh, as Monkey's able to get around Johnson. Looks like he maybe had a little bit of a slide there. The good old tunnels where your lights go on and off. And looks like Johnson will hold on to that 6th spot. Monkey does get around for 5th. He will try to set his sight on closing back in on those top 4, but after his mistake early, it's going to be a tough road ahead for the rest of this race. These Gr4s, you really don't want to make mistakes. You make a mistake and you'll find yourself quite a ways down. And it's really hard to make up that time, so we will see where this one's going. Yeah, we'll go through and do liveries here in just a minute. Asmo right back on the back of Gord here for the 1st spot. We will stay on board with this one and see what comes of it. Will he make a move yet? Will pit stop start here on this lap? Let's see. Gord down low. It looks like Asmo may be doing a little bit of fuel saving here. And there you see it. Gord dives down into the pits. He will be your first one from the lead here. 5 liters left of fuel on that thing. And Asmo going to lead lap number 5 as we see Jacob's going to continue on. TT into the pits. Monkey into the pits. You see a soft, and mediums run there. Johnson will continue on. Queen will continue. Chris continues on. Plummer continues. And Red X as well will continue on. So that is your top 10 there. We'll see where Chip falls on all this as he comes back around here. He pit early. And if he pit early and was putting in, let's see, he's got a 1.3. Looks like maybe on lap 2. Oh, lap 2 would have been an out lap, duh. So he ran a 1.3 and a 2.6. So I don't think he gained anything, but it doesn't look like he should have lost too much. I would think he should still be in the realm of that top 4. And he will, looks like he does get around Monkey. Where is he in comparison? He's right behind TT. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it. And Chip will get around him for that 9th spot, though. So he was, let me think, he was racing TT, if I remember correct, before that pit stop on lap 1. So he does get around TT there. So of our pit stops already made, Gord is the leader of that group, but did pick up a 3-second penalty, so that one's going to hurt. Then you got Chip, TT, and Monkey. For the rest of the field, we got Asmo, Jacob, and Johnson right now on your podium spots without pitting yet. We'll have to see where this one plays out. After we get through the pit stops, we'll go ahead and go through all these liveries. Sorry about that. And take a look. And you guys can put in the chat which ones you like the best as we go through. Asmo is going to dive it down into the pits. Will Jacob follow suit? No, he will not. So Jacob will consume lead here. Johnson and Queen not done with this thing yet. We're going to jump on board here with Chris and ride along 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Johnson dives down into the pits. We will have Queen and Chris here battling it out. Essentially for, let's see, that'll be 2nd and 3rd once they cycle through the pit stops, I believe. Unless Asmo is able to come out in front of them, but I don't think he will be. Johnson, you started on mediums even, and we're holding that good a pace. Good job, man. That Hyundai definitely fits you. And there you go, you see it, they come across. Jacob, Queen, and Chris, your top three now. All three yet to pit. I believe they are the only ones on track yet to pit. Let's see where they're sitting. Looks like all three have got to be within pitting time. And Jacob kind of out by himself right now, just trying to put in good laps and maybe do the overcut here on the rest of the drivers. Let's see, medium, medium, and medium. So those three drivers all on medium stretched them out. Chris is still within range of Queen, but has fallen off just a little bit here. Looks like maybe had an issue on that last lap. Ooh, Queen did too, though. So a 6.3 and a 4.4. Yeah, we're here at Trial Mountain, one of the Gran Turismo fantasy tracks. Honestly, one of my favorite tracks. I really do like this track. I like the way it flows. It kind of caters to a faster car, but yet still got to be able to handle the corners, especially 1, 2, and 3. As we will do a ride along. Jacob into the pits. And imagine the rest of these guys are going to be the rest of these drivers are going to be into the pits here as well. Queen coming around. We'll keep an eye on her. Is she going to dive her off into the pits? That she is. What about Chris? So there we go. Lap number 7. That's going to be our final lap. Let's see. Asmo did get around Gord here and gapped him a little bit here between these pit stops. So Asmo going to be looking to open up this gap as much as he can here. Should consume the lead once he comes around past start-finish line. And there he goes across the line to lead lap number 7. There it is. 15 minutes into this race, 35 to go. A little short of a race than we run for the GT500s. The 50-minute will be the Gr4 races as well. Will be that length. All the same settings, except you will have the arrow. So yeah, I posted it last night in the announcements, but if you didn't hear, next week going to be an exciting one for Monkey Mafia Esports. Tuesday we got round number 2 of the GT500s at Bathurst, or Mount Panorama. That one's going to be sponsored by DDD. That's Donovan's Diamond Detail. That is your local cleaning source for Sioux Falls. That is my wife's business, so I do have that decal online. If you want to go ahead and put it on your car for next week, that'd be awesome. If you want to make it your main sponsor, that'd be even better. I will make sure to show her all of those. On the other side, we have the Gr4 race on Wednesday. That one is going to see the guys taking it, or the drivers taking it to Red Bull Ring. And we have Jacob and Chip here battling, so we'll jump on board here as we go through this. Looking to the outside is going to be Jacob. Will he have enough to get it done? We will see. And still side by side they are. Let's see if they're where this ends up. There you go. You see Jacob, and they're closing in on Gord, so they better be careful, or Gord better be careful. These guys stop racing too hard, and they're going to close in on the back of Gord here and be able to close in on that second spot. Right now fighting for the final podium spot. We'll have to see what happens. What's the outcome of this one? Looks like Chip going to drive it in. Looks like... Whoa. Oh, that was weird. And there you saw Jacob did take that into that first of the 2 last corners and was able to do it. But look at this. Monkey has closed in quite a bit here. A 59.474 on that last lap. Really hustling here to try to get to these guys, so you can see just how much he's gained on them. See just how hard that Aston is being pushed. Some of the camera views on this track are just magnificent. There you see it. The logo right there on the side of my car is the logo that it is. You can put the solid red circle or the solid circle behind it. That does help. That does help bring it out a little bit more. Other than that, so we are back to the Gr4. So for Gr4, we will be at Red Bull Ring, sponsored by Flipbox, and it's going to be a hunting or wildlife livery theme this week. So bring your best liveries and let's see what you got for that one. That's going to be Wednesday. That's this class right here that we're watching. Then on Thursday, we're going to open up our first ever season of Gr3. It'll be round number 1. It will coincide schedule-wise with the other 2 and will end at the same time, so a little bit shorter of a season. Decent turnout or decent sign-ups for that one already, so we'll see how that turns out next week. And then we do have an endurance race next week. Next Sunday, we will be racing at Deep Forest with the Gr3 GT500 cars. Those are listed in that announcement I just did, as well as I will be posting them in the check-in here as it goes up over the weekend. So 4 races coming up next week for the Monkey Mafia Esports, so it will be an exciting one. As we see Monkey closing in on the back of Chip, so we'll stay on board here. Other than the fact that his is a little car and mine's a big car, we are the same color. Nice bright green color on there, one of my favorites. And here you go, Monkey is closing in on the back of him. I was messing with my brake balance there and apparently didn't feel like downshifting. You can't make me do it. So you see, it looks like Jacob going to take a look at second place here. So we're going to have a battle for second and fourth going on. Doesn't look like he's got enough to make the move down the straight. Will Monkey, though. We're going to jump back and forth between these two. Jacob going to look to the right side here, heading down into the left-hander. Looks like he should have enough. Nope. Gord will cut it off. Monkey, is he going to have enough at it? He's going to swing it out wide and try to cross it over. Will he get the run coming up the hill? Looks like he will. Oh, no! That's what happened. I was wondering what happened to you there, Chip, if you watch or listen to this. That was a damn bummer. I thought we were about to have one hell of a battle because you were going to be quicker through that section. So, tough break there for Chip. He'll hold on to the drop to the 6th spot. TT up to the 5th spot. Monkey into 4th. And then Jacob did get around Gord here during this. And will take over the 2nd spot. He'll try to set his sights on Asmo. Asmo got one hell of a lead already, though. Let's see where it is. Give me just a second here, and I will be able to tell you the gap. Real quick, we're going to jump over about a 10-second gap there to Asmo. So we'll keep an eye on those lap times if he's able to close in on that. These guys, be careful. Monkey's closing in on the back of them, though. Here on lap number 11, we're approaching the halfway point now as we are just over 21 minutes. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Chip's going to try to keep closing in on the back of TT. Chris and Queen, oh man. Alright, let's go back here. What are you guys doing? Let's see it. Oh, let's go back one more even. Looks like we had some battles going on over here. And there you see Queen gets the run around the outside, heading onto the front stretch. And will she be able to pull this off? Will she get it before? We're going to jump on and watch it from back. Chris holding on to the 7th spot. Those two battling it out back there. Looks like Queen's going to give that spot, not trying to make that move right there. And will she be able to make the move now? Jives are on the outside. Looks like she drove it in just a little bit deeper. A little bit of contact there. No harm, no foul. And Johnson will hold on to that spot. Johnson putting up a fight here. He came ready. Came ready to play, didn't you today, Johnson? still holding on to that spot. Johnson. Mass Plumber not too far back there. Looks like we lost Red X, though. About the halfway point. Not sure what happened, if it was a disconnect or just wasn't feeling it, but, you know. You only get better by putting the laps in. That's the way I put it. I mean, sorry, Johnson, you're my gopher on this one, but Johnson's a great example. He comes in, he puts laps in, and he's getting better. And look at this. Oh, Chris running wide there. That's going to give Johnson the right side and the 7th position. But like I was saying, he showed up the first couple weeks, hadn't done a lot of GT, and honestly ran in the back a lot. But as you can see here, he's putting in the time, and now he's starting to battle with these drivers right here, and makes it a lot better. Because once you start battling, you get even better. You start to get better. You start to learn where to be on and off and all that fun stuff. So it really does make it a good time, as Queen did take a look to the inside there, but wasn't able to make anything work. So she'll tuck back in behind Chris. 3-car battle here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. We stay on board with this one. Good morning, Chris. Work call for Red X is what it was. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's right. He did tell me he was on call. I forgot about that. Yep. Well, hopefully he'll be able to join us again next week, or even in any of the other series. Look at Queen with a great run there. Gives Chris a little bump. Closes Chris on the back of Johnson here. We're still riding along with this battle. One hell of a fight we got going on back here. As I look, did Monkey catch up to the back of them? Okay, we're gonna jump up here real quick and see what's going on. Monkey on the back of Gr4. So he is looking to make a move. Funny the difference in sound from my ass into that Supra we were doing. Monkey with fast lap still, 59.474. Pulled one out of his arse on that. Threw the shit out the window and went for it. Just riding the back of Gr4 here, just trying to make the move. Not able to get anything done just yet. Let's jump back here. How's this battle going? Oh, it looks like they brought a friend. Don't look now. Masked Plumber has come to join the party. 4-car battle here. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And, oh, where'd Chris go? Oh, looks like Chris maybe had an issue back there. Drops back a little bit. Masked Plumber will take his position in this battle. And we'll look to fight it out. Chris going to dive it off into the pits there. Looks like he is not happy with those medium tires, I would imagine is the problem there. So they will head on out. Hey now, family show. Poop. I flung the poop. I don't know if I could ask my kids. My family show wouldn't be very good either. So my son just turned 18, and I find out yesterday, you know, he asked Mom if it's okay if he said shit in front of us. And to be honest, I'm a potty mouth sometimes. I filter it when I need to, but to be honest, it drops quite a bit. And so it was a funny conversation at the dinner table yesterday as we talked about this, and in the words that are good and bad. And I told him for sure there's a couple that I never want to hear him say, because I'll have to kick his ass for him. But other than that, you know, to each their own. Anymore, you hear it anywhere on TV. Jacob, I think you were a sandbagger. Jacob, you were sandbagging. I'm calling you. I'm just messing with you. Telling you, man, put in a little bit of practice, even. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on here? Looks like this battle's still raging on. Queen and Johnson side by side. So that's a tough section to go side by side there, folks. And they did pull it off. I saw a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul. They move on. 3 cars still under a blanket here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. chip into the pits. Monkey's still on the back of Gord here. Really hunting him down. Is he going to be able to do anything? We'll jump back over here, though. Oh, Johnson did dive off into the pits, so this became a two-car battle of two pink cars. Let's jump over here. Let's see if Monkey's able to do anything with Gord, as Asmo and Jacob opened up a gap on both here. Next time by, we'll do a comparison of speeds, but I would imagine, let's see, Monkey was one of the first pits and still got a quarter tank, but look at that right front tire. That right front is scorched on this thing. And there you see it. That's probably why this big old boat likes to push the tires off, but hey, it's better than the Genesis was. Not the Hyundai, the Genesis G70. That thing was, oh man. When I did my testing, everybody else, all the other cars would be at like 65 to 70 on tire wear, and that thing would be at 50. It was just horrible. Tire left, I should say. Riding along here with Monkey, trying to make the move on Gord, but not able to get it done yet. That McLaren playing some great defense. Magnificent defense. And hey, you out there, crowd, listen. Go in, hit the thumb up, hit the share button, and share this thing. Just do it. Share it on your Facebook. See how many people join from your Facebook. That'd be interesting. Let's get your mamas in here. I want your mamas in here giving you shit in the chat as we go. That's what I'm talking about. Monkey's still trying to get by Gord here as we end lap number 14. About to the 30-minute mark, over halfway now. Just over 20 minutes left in this race. Looks like Gord caught a little bit of that inside wall. Not enough to let Monkey get to him, though. He's right there, but not enough to make a move. Oh, you're already threatened. You know that. Are you threatening me? I mean, that was perfect, because did you see my livery for FWN this weekend? Beavis and Butthead. Oh yeah, we're doing 90s cartoons, and I had to go Beavis and Butthead on that one. Speaking of. So, your liveries here. We went with fluorescent. Bring 'em bright is what the thing said. Asmo brought it bright. Fluorescent pink on that thing with the number 66 Monster PlayStation Asmo, and you do see the old Donovan's Diamond Detail fairy on there. Good look for that Ferrari. Good look for the Lamborghini. I am the great Cornholio. Do you have TP for my bunghole? Ah, you'd like to see my bunghole. Oh man, don't get me started. I could do that shit off all day. Beavis and Butthead, I watched a lot of that when I was younger. You know why? Because I was told I couldn't. Anyways, there is the Sony PlayStation Monster Energy Monkey Mafia number 66 Lamborghini for Asmo. Jacob, last minute changes on his, and it does look good. It's a Kyle Larson scheme with the fluorescent on it. You know what? It got a good look to it. I do like it for the number 5. HendrickCars.com Ferrari. Gord with the number 8. Boss Logitech Richard Mill. McLaren here. Solid look. I do believe this is the same one we saw last week. There is nothing against that. No requirement to do those livery themes. They're just fun for everybody, but still a good look for his McLaren. Southern Queen here with the Monster Energy, number 23, Toyota Supra. Got the fluorescent pink with fluorescent blue on it. A wonderful look on that one, you know. Can't go wrong with that. Good, very good look to it, like I say. I like all the stuff going on there, so good look by that for Queen. Masked Plumber brings the Monster Energy number 40 to the track here with the fluorescent pink on it. Got the Monkey Mafia on the front of it, Gran Turismo on the windscreen. And Kind of a basic, but still a good look to that number 40 for him. Got Monkey here with the number 25, Donovan's Diamond Detail, Fanatec, Aston Martin. Got the Voss Family Custom logo on it as well. Pink My Ride on the back. And then a couple of the Monkey Mafia logos are on it as well. So that is going to be the fluorescent green and pink. Number 25, Aston Martin. Chip Reese brings the number 04, VPR, GTR. Can't read all those things on the bottom. Alfa Romeo 4C. I hate the way that does that sometimes. Gets a Victory Pace Racing Team number board on that thing, so good looking car. Love the bright green on it. A little Alfa Romeo there. And behind that we got TT or Tom. Got the Fanta Orange, Don't You Wanta Fanta. Number 47, McLaren. It's got some Snap-on Pirelli and Puma on there. As you can see, a nice bright scheme as well. Johnson brings a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup number 18. Hyundai Genesis to the track today. NASCAR Sprint Series on there. It's on the back. Peanut Butter Cup. Peanut Butter Cups. And like I say, that's a good looking car. Can't go wrong with peanut butter. Crasher Chris brings the number 22 Ferrari. That's got the nice monkey on it. Got some Donovan's Diamond Detail on there as well. Monkey Mafia on the back. Monkey Mafia on the side. He's got the number 22 Ferrari rolling tonight. Just looking to close back in on the back of the field. That is through the field with the liveries. So let's check in with what we got going. We got some pit stops going on. Looks like Monkey is already pit. Jacob has yet to pit. Asmo has yet to pit. Gord pit. Chip is pit. TT pit. Looks like everybody has pit or is in the pit except for Asmo and Jacob. So we'll see how that one plays out for them. Monkey looks like he did get the undercut done on his pit stop. I believe he pit one lap before Gord there. And does get around him, and now he'll look to open up that gap here. Should be the last pit stops needed for these drivers as we are approaching the 15-minute mark. 15 and a half to go at this time. Just a sec here. Alright, give me just a sec here. I'm going to take a quick break and get a drink. Alright, we have hit 14 minutes to go. 14 minutes to go. Asmo, the only driver yet to pit now. We'll see how long he decides to push this last pit stop. They say it will be the last one for all drivers, I do believe. I think Chip may have to pit again since he had an earlier stop. No, he might be okay there. Just depends how he's fuel saving. Alright, so Asmo, I think he started 6th if I remember correctly. Got himself up into the first spot, has been leading since. Leading a good chunk of it. He dives it off into the pits though. We'll see if he comes out back in the lead. Jacob with a horrible qualifying session decides to step it up here in the race and is now found himself in the second spot. We'll see if he's able to hold on to that second spot throughout this finish of the race. From there, we will see. Behind him, Monkey, after his spin, has bounced back into the third spot. Definitely had the pace to be up front with those guys, but did have that early mistake and found himself back in the field a little bit. Worked himself back into that third position in the final podium spot. He has opened up a little bit of a gap on Gord. Gord into the fourth spot after starting on pole. From the way it sounds, is Gord not real happy with his strategy call after this race, so bummer by him. Asmo says this pit killed him. You took too much fuel. Right there. That's the biggest thing. Going to mediums was one thing, but you could have got away with taking, hell, probably 60% of fuel, and that would have cut down your pit time a lot. So that was where I think Jacob gained the most on you, would be what I said, or what I would say. So that's Gord in the fourth spot. Behind him, Chip Reese here in the fifth spot. Had an early pit stop here to get the mediums off. We'll see how this one plays out for him if he's able to make it to the end on this fuel. Other than that, he has run in the fifth spot, been a contender all day. Like I say, just that early pit stop kind of put him off sequence with everybody. We'll see how this one ends up going. TT back here in the sixth position in that McLaren. Solid race, just having a, everything we've seen so far has been decent. Maybe a couple of mistakes along the way has found him back into the sixth spot, but overall a good drive here from the Australian. Is that Australia? I think that's Australia, right? TT is probably sleeping right now because it's probably nighttime for him. I know I'm pretty sure that's the Australian flag. Either way, he is on the other side of the planet, so I don't know. What time would it be? It was probably midday for him, I think, when he races. I would like to know that, so I'll have to ask him. Behind him, Southern Queen in the seventh spot. Queen, a solid race last night in the GT500, ran second in Lobby B. She finds herself in seventh tonight. Had some hell of a battle, though, with Johnson, Chris, and Masked Plumber. She does find herself in the lead of that group, though, so a good opening here for her. Johnson, like I was talking earlier, a solid race for him. He's got Chris on his tail now for the 8th spot. These two battling it out. Been close all race. We've seen these two fighting and fighting. We'll have to see who's going to take advantage of this one here as we close in on the end of the race. Almost 10 minutes to go. And behind Johnson, like we were saying, Chris right here, not the best race for him. I think he's kind of been up and down. Had a couple mistakes that has dropped him back a little bit, so he'll look to fight back and get another spot here. If he can get around Johnson, he'll look to close in on Queen, but I don't know that he's got enough time or pace to get to her at this point. We'll see how that one turns out. Behind that, Masked Plumber, he was up in this battle for a little while, and I do believe a mistake is what got him. If I remember correctly, I think he just had a issue and found himself back in that 10th spot now. He'll look to fight back and continue on. 1 a.m. in Australia right now. You're deflecting. You don't want me to watch it. I'm going to go back to you now. Oh, Chris back here running the 9th spot. Gosh. What's with this guy? So we got 10 in here, so let's test you. The 10 people in here, I got a question. Would you be interested in seeing a kind of like a weekly newsletter, just kind of highlights the race week and goes over what we've done here in MMeS? It's something I've been thinking about. It's something I used to do in Midwest. It was fairly popular, but once again, I'm not gonna do. I don't want to spend a bunch of time doing it if not everybody's gonna like it. So if it's something you guys think you'd be interested in, let me know. I'll probably post an announcement about it later and just kind of test the fires and see what everybody thinks. But it's something I enjoy doing. It's like writing a little, almost like a news article for each series and giving them kind of a highlight of stuff. As well as I would be doing a driver of the week as well. So that's the other thing I would like to do with it. So I will kind of work on that. It may not be up for week one of races here. I may work on it a little bit and get it formatted how I like it and make it for week 2. We'll see how it goes, because week 2 is full of stuff with the 4 different races. So we will take a look at it. So Asmo is in trouble now. He's got Jacob hunting. Jacob the sandbagger. I just want to know if Jacob's still in here. He commented, but is he still in here and listening? I talk crap, but I've had 2 horrible qualifying sessions now, so I never admitted what I screwed up last night, so we won't talk about that either. So Jacob looking to the inside. Will he get the move done here on lap number 21? Can he take the lead with 7 minutes to go? Looks like he will complete that pass. We're on board with Asmo here as he's going to try to make that move back and see if he can do anything. What's up, Jacob? Did you hear me calling you a sandbagger? Purely joking, but kind of fun. Jacob takes the lead here. Asmo going to have to settle into the second spot and see if he can close back in on him. The difference is, if you look at the tires, softs up here, mediums right here, that's going to be a tough task for Asmo to close back in. We'll watch along here and see if it happens. Yeah, damn you, Jacob. That's what Asmo says. And not too far back of this group, though, is Monkey. Don't know that he's got enough time or pace right now. Those right fronts are burnt off again. Hit a little bit earlier than these two did, so we will see how he ends up pulling this one off. I don't think he'll be able to do anything else. Gr4 dropped back a ways here from the 3rd position. He is going to roll into 4th. Let's see, Chip. Yeah, Chip will make it on fuel. He's definitely going to be okay. So Chip holding on to that 5th spot, rounding out your top 5. Behind that, Queen in the number 23 is rocking the 6th position with Chris in 7th. TT looks like maybe he had an issue and dropped a couple spots there. Back to the 8th position. Johnson closing in on the back of him, so we might have an orange car battle here in just a moment. Masked Plumber not too far behind these guys. Are we going to have a battle here for the final positions? This would be kind of fun. You're not sorry. You wanted to take the win. You just wanted those bonus points. You did what I did in GT 500. Screwed up my qualifying and then collected every possible point I could. I imagine we'll see points coming out here in the next couple days. As Mask running around here. So Jacob did take the lead, has opened it up just a little bit here. 59.6 right now is best lap, so he is busting him off, finding that pace here at the end to open this thing up. Asmo in the 201, so you can see it there, about 2 seconds off. Just those mediums just don't have that kind of pace in them. But those mediums are a lot better than the Warren racing soft that Monkey has back here. You can barely see a whisper of white left on that right front tire. And you can see it there. He's just a little too far back. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Closing in on the finish here. We should have roughly about 3 laps left. At least for your leaders, your top 3. Gord, I don't think will make it, but 2 more laps here with the time left. We'll jump on board here with TT as he's chasing down Chris here for the 7th spot. Oh, Chris gets a little bit loose, and he's going to be able to, TT's going to be able to make that spot. Chris is going to try to fight it back on the outside, or the right side. See here, Chris did get back around him. Had a good run coming out of the corner. Side by side up through there. They both hold on. Good job, both drivers. That's a tough spot to be side by side. They are fighting hard for the 7th spot. I like it. Battle at the end. Let's see some racing at the end of the race. I love it. Because I hate when it gets so stretched out. If Asmo was a nice guy, he would have dropped back and let me catch him, damn it. Chris side by side again as they head up here into this tricky section, about to head to the tunnel to the left-hander up the long backstretch. Side by side, they're going to head up there. These two are not done yet. What a fight we have going here. TT trying to block the air. Not the greatest of blocking, but... Oh, come on. Come on, man. I'm just happy I got back to a podium after my mistake. I decided to go for a ride there early on. Chris still not able to get around him here. This is a fight to the end. We are under 2 minutes to go, so your leaders will have a lap to go after this. I believe your top three will get in an extra lap. Oh, and Mass does get around Johnson there. Oh, Johnson a little bit deep into the corner. You can see it there. Looks like those tires are scorched with him. And they're on, and he's on mediums. That makes it even worse. Those mediums, when they're done, are just done. So Chris still trying to close in on the back of TT. Is he going to be able to get this move done before the end of this race? Looks like TP for my bungle. TT opens it up just a little bit here. Will Chris have enough to get this done? Everywhere else still wide open. Asmo hasn't let him get too far away here. But here Monkey is trying to close it on these guys. Is not going to be able to get it done. We see Jacob coming out of the final corner. He'll head to the white flag. White flag out for your leader. 1 lap to go here. Gr4 season opener. Trial Mountain. Lobby B, is he going to be able to take the win here? It does appear like he will. Real quick, we will look at this. Gord will come across the line in 4th. As time has run out, 4th place for Gord. Chip Reese comes around here. He will take over the 5th spot. That's a top 5 for Chip Reese after an early pit stop. Tried to play a little strategy different and still worked out okay for him after had an issue coming up through the sector 3, and will come home 5th. Southern Queen coming around the final corner. She will find herself in the 6th position. Some solid race in mid-race with her and a couple of the other drivers, so good job by them. Behind that we got TT. TT going to come across the line here in the 7th spot. Up and down race for him. That is a P7 for TT, crashing Chris into the 8th spot. That'll be a P8 for him. Masked Plumber going to find himself in the 9th spot across the line. And Johnson, after a hard-fought battle all day, is going to come home 10th. But, man, as far as I'm concerned, you got a top 5 in my head. You were hauling it today. I was really impressed with that. So we ride along with your leader here, Jacob. Just a few more corners. He heads into sector 3 here. Like you say, what, 3 more corners, and he will seal this thing up. Make that 2 more corners. They are 2 tough corners, but all he's got to do is get through them nice and smooth. Asmo not close enough to make a battle at him, so Jacob will come around here. Final few corners. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, he decides to make it interesting and try to ramp his Ferrari here at the end. And does come across the line. Your winner, Jacob, LK14 in the Ferrari. Second place, number 66, Asmo in the Lamborghini. And Monkey will round out your podium here in the number 25, Aston Martin, across the line for the finish. That is your finishing order. Oh no! Monkey crashes. He says, screw you guys. Anyways, that is Monkey Mafia Esports Gr4 Round 1 Trial Mountain. This is Lobby B. I am going to go see if I can find Lobby A, and if I can, I will be back up and running here in about 10 minutes with Lobby A. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you join back in. As always, give that thumbs up on this video. Make sure you share it as well. Get your mamas in here. That's going to be the new thing. Get your mamas in here, damn it. Anyways, we will see you in a little bit. Thank you, everybody, for joining.